What about cholesterol? Did you know that elevated cholesterol in the blood was not always considered a risk factor for coronary artery disease and stroke? When I first began participating medicine in 1972, we considered any cholesterol level than 320 normal. I distinctly remember telling patients who had a cholesterol level of 280 to 310 not to worry because the cholesterol level were normal. It really wasn't until the late 70s that we began to realize the higher the cholesterol levels, the greater the risk of developing a heart attack or stroke. This was based in large part of Framingham, Framingham studies, which followed a large population of patients who lived in Massachusetts. Framingham, Massachusetts. Scientists noted in these studies that as the cholesterol levels increased, so did the frequency of heart attacks. Following this research, cholesterol levels greater than 200 were considered abnormal, and a cholesterol level greater than 240 placed the patient at high risk of developing a heart attack. In the early 1980s, physicians began to learn that not all cholesterol was bad. We learned that HDL, high density lipoproteins, cholesterol is actually good, and the higher our HDL cholesterol is, the better. It is the LDL, low density lipoprotein cholesterol, is that cholesterol that is bad. LDL cholesterol accumulates along the artery walls, forming plaque and narrowing the arteries. The HDL cholesterol actually comes along and cleans up the artery. After this discovery, we started checking not only total cholesterol levels, but also determining the amount of both good and bad cholesterol present. We calculate a ratio by dividing the total cholesterol by the HDL cholesterol. The lower this ratio is, the better off the patient is when it comes to heart disease. It is now common practice to routinely check both HDL and LDL cholesterol levels. Needless to say, we are all acutely aware of the importance of cholesterol and the detrimental effects of LDL cholesterol. What I have shared with you so far is pretty common knowledge. Are you ready for the uncommon knowledge? LDL cholesterol is really not bad. God didn't make a mistake when He created it. Native LDL cholesterol, the kind that the body originally makes, is good. In fact, it is essential for building good cell membranes, other than uh, other cell parts, and many different hormones that our bodies need. We could not live without it. In fact, if we don't get enough from our diet, our bodies will actually make this form of cholesterol. Problems begin to occur only when free radicals change to oxidize native LDL cholesterol. It is the modified LDL cholesterol that is truly bad. In 1989 issue of New England Journal of Medicine, Dr. Daniel Steinberg postulated that if patients had inadequate antioxidants on board to quell oxidation, the LDL cholesterol would not become bad. और पढ़ना है आगे कि we want to discuss.
Yeah, let's discuss first. Once. Okay, yeah. So, what is a input, I mean, output that you could take from this?
That LDL is not actually bad.
Okay. Anything else?
Only when the problem occurs only when free radicals change to oxidize native uh, or oxidize native LDL cholesterol.
Okay. And this is a very important topic, Anna, because most of the audience out there or people out there, उनको बहुत सारी मिसअंडरस्टैंडिंग है कोलेस्ट्रॉल को लेके. So, if cholesterol level is above 200, is it a problem? Is it a risk?
No.
Not really. है ना? Even Berg also says, Dr. Berg says कि अगर एक बार कोलेस्ट्रॉल 300-400 तक पहुंच जाए, then also it's not a problem. He talks about calculating triglyceride by HDL ratio. यहाँ पे this author is also talking about total cholesterol by divided by HDL. उससे पता चलता है कि हार्ट इश्यू कैसा है. So next time if you see anyone's lipid profile, अगर कोलेस्ट्रॉल बढ़ा हुआ है, if they are worried, you can tell them that no, it's actually not much of a worry unless कोलेस्ट्रॉल बहुत ही ज्यादा बढ़ा हुआ है. अगर 200-250 भी है, then it's okay. So HDL, LDL क्या है? Which is a good fat and which is bad fat?
LDL.
LDL is a
LDL is
good
what?
fat. Good fat.
No,
No.
HDL is good one. LDL is
Why?
LDL
bad
is bad.
हाँ, LDL is bad ना. अभी अभी वही पढ़ा. HDL हाई डेंसिटी लाइपोप्रोटीन. एक्चुअली ये प्रोटीन का ही फॉर्म है दोनों. सो दोनों ही अच्छे हैं इन अ वे, क्योंकि अगर अच्छे नहीं होते तो बॉडी ऐसी कोई चीज बनाती नहीं, फॉर्म नहीं करती जो अच्छा नहीं हो ना अंदर सिंथेसाइज करने के लिए. सो बोथ आर गुड. इट्स जस्ट दैट LDL, जैसे अनु ने बोला, LDL एक्चुअल में बैड कब होता है? कैन एनीवन रिपीट?
if free radicals increases and if it is not used.
If there's more oxidative stress, so
Oxidation.
ultimately everything is coming to free radicals and oxidative stress. You guys know कि antioxidants किसी भी फॉर्म में लेना कितना इम्पोर्टेंट है ना? ठीक है. एनीथिंग एल्स from this paragraph that we missed? So HDL by cholesterol by HDL ratio जितना कम होगा उतना ही हार्ट के लिए अच्छा है. ठीक है. Okay, I think we can continue. Anyone has any doubts?
No.
Okay, shall I assume सबको समझ आ गया है. So let's start. Who wants to read next?
I can read.
Okay.
In the year since Dr. Steenberg theory was released, hundreds of studies have been concluded in an attempt to either prove or disapprove his theory. You can appreciate why scientists and researchers met Dr. Steenberg's new theory with such enthusiasm. After all, the approximately 1.5 million heart attacks in the United States this year alone. Almost half of these patients will be under the age of 65. We have all known friends or loved ones who seem to be in the excitement health only to find out that they have died suddenly of a heart attack. If Steenberg's theory turned out to be true, those would open wide to vast array of new preventive and treatment protocols. In the 1997, researcher Dr. Marco Diaz made an impressive review of all the studies that had appeared in mainline medical journals since Dr. Steinberg had first presented his theory. Diaz concluded that patients with the highest levels of antioxidants in their bodies indeed had the least amount of coronary artery diseases. Animal studies done during the time also supported Dr. Steinberg's theory. Antioxidants and their supporting nutrients have become the new hope in the war against our number one killer, heart disease. So, can I continue, Nijra?
Yes, Prasad, go ahead.
The nature of inflammatory response. LDL cholesterol is not only instigator behind inflammation of the blood vessels. Other main cause includes something called hypocysteine, which I will discuss in the
Homocysteine.
chapter 6. Oh, sorry. Yeah, homocysteine. And the free radicals that cigarette smoking, hypertension, fatty food, and this diabetes cause. The inflammation that takes place in our arthritis arteries is quite similar to the inflammatory reactions found elsewhere in the body. I will attempt to explain this process in lay terms so that you will have better understanding of what is actually taking place on cellular level. Do, don't get caught up in trying to understand the minute details of this process. This is difficult even for most physicians to understand. So don't feel bad if you are not getting all of it. I will then explain how you can best protect yourself against this insult to your arthritis. It is really quite simple. When you look at the cross section of a typical medium-sized artery, you simply need to look at the first layer of the cells called the endothelium. This is tissue thin lining of the artery. Everything that I am going to talk about involves this thin layer of cells and the area just under the lining surface called subendothelial space.
Okay, so what did we understand from this?
That homocysteine is the main parameter for artery blockages.
इन्फ्लेमेशन ऑफ ब्लड वेसल्स जो हमने स्टार्टिंग में पढ़ा था ना कि मेन कॉजेज ऑफ हार्ट डिजीज है ना, तो उसमें होमोसिस्टीन है, उसके बारे में लाइक वील स्टडी इट इन लेटर चैप्टर। एंड उसके अलावा क्या है, फ्री रेडिकल, सिगरेट स्मोकिंग, हाइपरटेंशन, फैटी फूड्स, डायबिटीज। तो नाउ इफ समवन सेज कि मुझे तो सिर्फ डायबिटीज है, शुगर है, so you can tell कि it is not just about diabetes, it can start inflammation in your blood vessels also, heart. So जब किसी को हार्ट अटैक आता है, it is not just कि हार्ट अटैक है ना, उसके पीछे और भी वेरियस रीजंस हो सकते हैं विच पीपल डोंट रियलाइज. ठीक है. सो next, who wants to read?
I can read it.
Okay. Yeah, I see Neha. Neha, can you unmute and read? Or
I can read, but I don't know from where to read.
yeah, I'll tell you. ठीक है. So Prasad, you read ना? Neha. Okay. I'll share the screen, Neha, है ना? And just a second. नेहा, वो जो डायग्राम है ना मैं दिखा रही हूँ, उसके पीछे नीचे से आप पढ़ना.
एक सेकंड वेट करो निर्जला, मैं अपने उसमें खोल लेती हूँ आईपैड में, तो उससे इजीली रीड हो जाएगा.
By the time I can read,
स्टेप 1 से रीड करना है.
मैं जो स्क्रीन दिखा रही हूँ ना, ये डायग्राम एक्चुअली लेट्स.
Yes, step 1. The initial insult of endothelium.
Okay. The initial insult of endothelium. The endothelium is an extremely sensitive lining that is vulnerable to even the slightest irritation.
No, we
Almost
missed the
all.
above two paragraphs. Yeah, here we need to start. Normal artery from the figure. Normal artery. The inner surface of the artery is made up.
Okay.
That is the
screen
explanation of
पे
the
देखो.
diagram.
The
पढ़ना है
inner
वो?
surface of artery से start करना है.
नहीं, 1 second गाइस. पहले ना इस डायग्राम को एक बार लाइक विल सी एंड विल अंडरस्टैंड लिटिल बिट ऑफ इट. सो ये सबको जो स्क्रीन पे देख रहे हो ना, नॉर्मल आर्टरी का एंडोथीलियम एंड सब एंडोथीलियल स्पेस है ना, एंड दिस वाज muscular layer. So the inner surface of artery is made up of sensitive single layer which is called as endothelium, and underneath is a muscular layer. So between endothelium and the muscular layer is a subendothelial space. है ना?
Subendothelium.
This is where all the damage begins to take place. So जो ऊपर वाला लेयर है मस्क्यूलर लेयर, उसके बीच का जो लेयर है सब एंडोथीलियल, वहां पे डैमेज शुरू होता है ना. दिस इज द नॉर्मल आर्टरी का एक डायग्राम दिखाया है. नाउ ऑक्सीडेशन ऑफ एलडीएल कोलेस्ट्रॉल कैसे होता है वो सब इस पिक्चर में दिखाया है ना? तो नेहा, ये जो डायग्राम के नीचे जो है ना द नेटिव एलडीएल कोलेस्ट्रॉल, उसको
Okay.
भी पढ़ लो एक बार.
Okay. The native LDL cholesterol actually becomes trapped in the subendothelial space where it can be easily oxidized. If there are not adequate antioxidants available, this oxide LDL cholesterol is then easily gobbled up by the monocyte white cells until it is literally stuffed with fat. Remember, this does not happen if the LDL cholesterol is not oxidized. When this monocyte becomes stuffed with oxidized LDL cholesterol, it becomes a foam cell. The foam cell then causes damage to the sensitive lining of the artery by creating oxidative stress in this area. This leads to injury and dysfunction of endothelium, and the process of hardening of the arteries is off and running. The inflammatory process is a 4-step process. So
1
should I
second
continue?
नेहा, नहीं नहीं, 1 मिनट. दिस डायग्राम के नीचे जो आपने पढ़ा ना, दैट इज ऑल्सो इम्पोर्टेंट. लेट्स फर्स्ट अंडरस्टैंड. सबको समझ आ गया?
Yes.
कैन एनीवन रिपीट व्हाट इज इट?
Actually, he wants to say that जो इसमें स्पेस है दोनों लेयर्स के बीच में, उसमें जो एलडीएल कोलेस्ट्रॉल है वो वहां पे गैदर अप हो जाता है, और वो अगर ऑक्सीडाइज्ड होता है तभी वहां पे जो है ये गैदर होगा. अगर वो ऑक्सीडाइज्ड नहीं है तो उसको कुछ भी इन्फ्लेमेशन या कुछ नहीं होगा. एंड जब ये वहां पे गोबल्ड अप हो जाता है तो उस टाइम पे ये मोनोसाइट वाइट सेल्स जो है वो स्टफ्ड हो जाते हैं फैट के साथ, जो वहां पे सारा गैदर हुआ, और फिर वो बाद में धीरे धीरे कन्वर्ट हो जाता है फॉर्म सेल में. और ये जो फॉर्म सेल है वो हमारी बॉडी में जो आर्टरीज का डिसफंक्शन जो होता है हमारा, वो वहां पे क्रिएट हो जाता है, क्योंकि वहां पे इंजरी या इन्फ्लेमेशन जो भी है हमारी एलडीएल, जो हम उसमें भी देखते हैं, जो डॉक्टर्स टेस्ट वगैरह कराते हैं, एलडीएल एंड एचडीएल टेस्ट वगैरह होते हैं, उसमें इसी चीज की वेरिएशन आती है कि हमारी बॉडी में कितना एक्युमुलेशन हो रही है फैट की.
ओके, या गुड. सबको समझ आ गया ना? ऑल ऑफ यू अंडरस्टूड, राइट? ठीक है. सो नेहा, सिर्फ फर्स्ट स्टेप ही पढ़ना, नेक्स्ट स्टेप विल कंटिन्यू टुमारो, है ना?
Okay. Step 1, the initial insult to the endothelium. The endothelium is an extremely sensitive lining that is vulnerable to even the slightest irritation. Almost all research scientists now believe that hardening of the arteries begins when oxidative stress damages or irritates this cell layer. Oxidized LDL cholesterol, homocysteine, and excessive free radicals cause the oxidative stress that injures the endothelium. This occurs when the native LDL cholesterol is able to pass into the area just beneath the lining of the artery, where it becomes oxidized. This cholesterol then begins to irritate the lining of the artery.
ओके, या सो फर्स्ट स्टेप तक ऑल ऑफ यू गाइस गॉट इट ना, कि कैसे इरिटेशन स्टार्ट होती है. और सो बॉटम लाइन इज इट इज ऑल ऑक्सीडेशन, है ना? नाउ यू गाइस नो कि एंटीऑक्सीडेंट्स लेना किस लेवल तक आपको प्रोटेक्ट करता है. ठीक है. एनीवन एल्स वांट्स टू ऐड अप एनीथिंग? ओके, ठीक है. So this is very important chapter, so that's why we are reading it, है ना, every line. And we'll discuss the next step tomorrow. ठीक है. Okay, so yeah, Anu, you wanted to say something?
नहीं नहीं.
Okay, ठीक. चलो, have a great day everyone. Last day of the month, you know what to be done. Fight for your goals and get it done. And tomorrow is the new day of the month, so we'll plan and begin a 9% है ना लीडरशिप इवेंट के लिए. डेट आ गया है, 9th August is the date. Sun Saturday.